Good day and welcome. You're listening to Don't Miss the Link. I'm your host, Bageshri Savyasachi. And for our first episode, we're going to see how organ donation can save someone's life. This week, between 26th July and 2nd of August, is Donate Life Week. The week specifically aims to spread awareness about the importance of organ and tissue donation. We have someone very brave on the show today. Her name is Neha Mittal. She's a resident of Sydney and a survivor of kidney cancer. Neha spent almost 5 years waiting on a transplant list for a donor kidney. She shares with me the story of the day she received news that a donor had been found.
It was my birthday. So it was 7th of April 2019 and it was my 35th birthday. So it was, of course, a normal birthday morning. So I just went out. There's a restaurant in Harris Park, which is Chatka's, and that's one of my favorites. So we had a good breakfast out there, and I came home. By the time it was noontime, and I started receiving calls from my friends and from back in India. And then I was constantly getting a call from a private number. And I ignored once, and then I was like, it was calling back again, and I was like, okay, hang on. And then I took that call, and the call was like this: Hi, Neha, this is Chris from Westmead Hospital, and I have got good news for you. I have got a kidney donor for you. And you won't believe it, that a person who has been waiting for that kidney for so many long years, 5 years, it's not a small time. It just changed my life. I was literally crying. It was tears of joy. He started explaining me so many things, and I was like, hang on, Chris. I'm so overwhelmed at this point of time. Can you please explain all these things to my husband, because I cannot take in whatever you're saying. I'm so excited. I'm so overwhelmed. And he was like, I completely get that. So I was being asked that do not eat anything after now and just take a quick shower from head to toe and come to hospital straight away. So, yeah, and I can't explain you this happiness, that because it was such a coincidence that I came to this world on the 7th of April, and God gave me another chance to live again on the same day, which is the 7th of April.
Neha says being hooked to a dialysis machine for 11 hours a day, every day, for 5 years was a painful challenge for her and her family. It affected her physical and mental health as well as theirs. She missed both the weddings of her two younger sisters and wasn't able to travel to India for almost 8 years. The process of finding an organ donor is not simple. In Neha's case, after she was labeled an organ recipient, she was put on a transplant list by the Australian Red Cross. There are multiple factors that can affect a person's waiting time: their ranking on the transplant list, their blood group, their tissue type. When her transplant operation was successful, Neha immediately decided she would register herself and her family as organ donors. When asked why she registered as a donor, she chose to share a special quote.
I was dying to live every day, so I know how it feels. There was a very beautiful line which was written in the hospital, and I would love to share it with you. It said that even heaven knows that we need the organs on earth. So please don't bring it to heaven. Leave them on earth. By being an organ donor, you can change the life of so many people. So one person who can donate their organs can save a life of approximately 7 people. So how amazing is that?
Neha also mentions that she is very grateful to the family of the donor who made the decision that gave her a new lease on life. In addition, we have the president of the Hindu Council, Mr. Prakash Mehta, telling us about their stance on organ donation.
Hindu Council is already supporting the organ donors because we believe that soul is the main things, body is only a part. So after the death, actually, if it's of some body part is utilized for some other person's benefit, then there is nothing wrong in that. So we always support that. And I don't think any Hinduism, anybody, anywhere it is opposed that you should not do organ donation.
That was Prakash Mehta from the Hindu Council and cancer survivor Neha Mittal weighing in about organ donation. If you wish to become an organ donor, you can register online on donatelife.gov.au. Thank you for listening to Don't Miss the Link. Tune in next week for another episode. For more news about Australia's Indian community, visit indianlink.com.au. Don't Miss the Link podcast is made in Sydney, which sits on Gadigal land of the Eora Nation, whose sovereignty was never ceded.